So this is the demo for the calorie tracker app, and this is the sign-in screen for the users when he tries to check in the website if he has not logged into the app already. So so since we have already created some users for this demo purpose, so let's try to log in them. So we have two roles for as of now. We have regular and admin. So let's try to log in as a regular user first. So let me fill up the credentials. So this is the dashboard for the regular user. So where he can see the total calories for the um, food items that the user has created, and this one is the list of all of the food items that the user has created, and he can add new item there as well. And this one will show the daily calorie limit, which is as of now 2100, but we can update it for every single user. And this one is for sorry inviting for a friend. After we click this, then it will show a pop-up where we can put the username and the email, and if the email is valid, then we can then the app will send the email regarding with the credentials for logging into the app. So let's first try to create a new item. So this one is a widget for creating the new food item, and where you can put the names, calories, the meals, and the date and time added for that particular instance. So let's try to save it with no any fields. If you try to do that, then it will show that these many fields are required for entering a food item. So let's try to create an item. I'm putting an egg, 200 calories. Let's be breakfast, and let's put it for okay. So if the validation is correct, then the user can add a new item, and here you can see that for this 7th of October we have total calories as 200, and the calorie limit is not raised yet. And we can edit it as well if you want to. Eggs, and I'm taking as 2, let's put it as 400. Okay, now we can see that the data has been updated, and also as a requirement that we can only add 2 breakfast, 5 lunches, and 2 dinners, which we can update it as well. So we can only add most of 2 breakfasts for now. So let's try to create another item. I'm putting as banana, and should be something around 450. Okay, now we have created 2 breakfasts, and the total calories has been 550. And if we create another item as breakfast like milk, then it should avoid, it will not allow to create another breakfast meal. Let's try to add it as lunch. Okay, now we can add that. Now let's assume that we want to check that whether the user can add the food item not exceeding the calorie limit. So let's try to put something around 2000, and rice and chicken should be at dinner. Should be at dinner. Okay, now it's showing that the calorie limit has exceeded by 650. So we cannot add food item exceeding the calorie limit. So let's for now put it as 1000. Okay, now we have 750. Now let's create another item as well. Fish, and it should be something around 350, I guess. Okay, now it's 16 by 1, If we add this, okay, now we have reached the calorie limit, and it will show that the limit has been reached. So this is pretty much for the addition part and the edit part as well. If you want to delete it, then we can just, and it will update this one as well. So for now, let's invite a new friend. For this purpose, I'm creating a new email. So this one is our new email. Let's create the user as demo user. So after the invitation is success, then we can see that the email is received on this inbox where we have the credentials. This one is the email address that we can use it, and let's try to log in from that new created user. So here we can provide the option to log out from this app as well. So let's try to log in from this user as well. So a new user has been created. Demo user, there is no any data as of now since the user is created for the first time. So let's try to create some items here. 2000, let's put it as, okay, so this is also created. So this is pretty much for the regular user, and the other part is for our admin, and we have our admin user as already created. Let's try to log in as an admin now, and for the password, okay, so this one sorry, so this one is the dashboard for the admin, and where we can see that the total number of food entries for the last 7 days is 5, and is for the total of entries food items that the users had created for the previous week than the last 7 days. And this one is the list of average calories per user for last 7 days, and it will only show the data for the last 7 days and the current date. And if we check the right side of the dashboard, then so here we can see the food entries for the users that we select from here. It will show the name, calorie, basically all of the food items that the user has created till now. So let's check for this user, demo user. So this one is the food that we created just now earlier, and we can basically edit this one as well. Sorry. Okay, now so this one is basically saying that since we have already 2000, then it's not allowing to add new food item exceeding that limit, but we can edit somewhere less than that, and we can as well add a new item, banana. So this is created for this user and for this user as well, and we can edit it as well. So let's try to check like whether this total entries previous week is working or not. So let's try to create for some date. Okay, now this is created because it's for September 27, which is for the previous week than the last 7 days. And we can add as well, we can edit as well, and we can delete as well. So this is pretty much for the admin side. And if we so let's check that whether the normal user can access this admin or not. Let's first go back to our regular user, and if the user tries to check the admin report, then it will not show the admin report as well. And for the data, uh, so this is pretty much for the demo part, and that's it pretty much. Thank you.